What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel.
Oh my God.
So I know, but check this out. It's a little pen we're working on over here. This is my wife, Mary. We have 20 acres out here. Decided to get some hogs, and then we have no water on the property yet or anything, but we built this little pen. It's 16 wide by 30 feet long, and then this little their little house is 8 by 8 by 8, and then just whatever, we kind of rigged up that little roof. But yeah, basically we did every corner. We did these you get these at Tractor Supply. They're like 20 bucks or 30 bucks, something, you know, depending on where you're at, but they're 8 feet long. We buried them like 2.5 feet deep, and then we did cattle panel. So because they have hog panel, but the hog panel is only like this tall, and since we leave them for a couple of days, we didn't want them to kind of like get out. We're not 100% done. We still have to get more 2x6s, and then we screw those to the posts with 3-inch deck screws, because the deck screws are stronger. They're not as strong as like structural screws, but I think they hold like 100 and something pounds per screw. And then for water, I ended up getting this trailer off of Facebook. Got this water tank that we had sitting around. You have to buy this adapter for it. I think it was like 30 bucks or something. So this is part of the water, and then you just look up IBC tote hose connector or something, and then you get this piece. Because I looked at Home Depot and it was just cheaper to just order online, so I just did that. Got this little hose. Got these containers, same thing, off of Facebook. We have a couple of them, but right now we only have this one set up. Bought these nipples from Amazon, same thing. It came with a pack of 4, so I did 3 high ones that are like shoulder height, so the pigs can drink comfortably, and then I did a one lower down, so that when they run out of water, if we're not here, then they still have a little bit. It's a little bit more uncomfortable for them at that bottom one, but at least they'll get, you know, a couple extra gallons. And then for their feed, we this is what we did. And then we have these little water tanks. Same thing, I got them at the same time that I bought those. And then we use those when the water's too low, and then it won't feed the water in anymore because this is lower than that. We actually just fill these up. They're like 10 gallons or something, I can't remember. And then we just fill these up down here, and then we just kind of, you know, pour them over or whatever. But yeah, we got 5 of these Yorkshire pigs. I think these 2 are like the same age, and then these 2 are the same age, and then there's a little one here that's a runt. But yeah, we ordered these online too from Amazon, same thing. I think this was like 200 bucks and this was like 90 bucks, I want to say. But they're pretty cool because if you get a couple of them, you just fill them up. And then when we first did it, we were coming like every other day just to kind of make sure that they were good. But now we figured out that with these 2, with these 5 pigs, and these are pretty big, they're already a couple 100 pounds, they'll last 4 or 5 days, and then they just kind of pick them up. You know, if you have piglets, I would probably leave the caps off for a couple of days just so they kind of get the hang of it, and then drop them, and then they can, you know, whatever, kind of learn. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We got this metal just for free. My cousin had it laying around, so we just kind of, you know, built it or whatever, put it on top. And then we're using 2x6s for the walls, and that's just so that when they rub up against them or whatever, they won't like chew through it easier. Because some people try to do it with plywood, but the pigs can kind of go through it, which I think it's a little overkill to do all the way to the top, but I think it'll last a lot longer. We're gonna end up getting some stain on it. And then they keep it pretty clean. They're kind of digging a little bit, but me and my wife just kind of get whatever the, you know, the natural hay or whatever that grows out here, and just put it in here every time we come, and then they'll chew it up, and, you know, whatever. We'll just keep adding that. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. And it's not that big of a pain in the butt to get water, because you just fill it up once and it lasts like 3 weeks, and then we just kind of pull it, and then it makes it easier. So yeah, but yeah, we're gonna end up doing a chicken coop. My wife wants to get some donkeys and stuff, so we're gonna keep building them 30 feet wide, and we're just gonna keep adding them this way, so that when we come in from that side, we'll just stop, fill up whatever station, drive up to the next one, fill up that, you know, same thing. And then the food, we're gonna put it on the left side, so that when we pull up, it's just easier to, you know what I'm saying, fill them up on that side, and then we'll do the water on this side. So, and then we'll end up doing the next little corral. We're gonna leave a little space, just like a little hallway, from here to here, kind of gate this off, gate the other one off, and then do the same thing in between the little corrales. That way when we go to load them, we just open one gate and we can let them out and then push them in, because we had trouble getting them in through this side. We had to peel this side of this cattle panel and get the trailer in here, and it was kind of a pain in the ass. But for the future, we're gonna end up doing that, so it makes it a little bit easier. But yeah, at some point we'll get some chickens and stuff in here, and then I think we're gonna free range them. We're gonna see how that goes. We're gonna keep their food and their water in, you know, whatever, their little chicken coop, and then we're just gonna try to free range them and see what happens, because there's a lot of ant hills around here and a lot of bugs, and I think they'll be able to eat a lot just from, you know, from the property or whatever. So yeah, we'll give you guys an update every couple of weeks or whatever. And yeah,